Right now, guys, as we are on Ohana, and we are going on to Game 3 between RoXKIS.Fraer and MajOr. And you know what? I'll just let you take the intros, Axel, so you can say radical online extremists.
Oh, thank you so much, man. You're after my heart here. In the
Take
bottom right-hand location, the Protoss player, currently tied 1-1 with his opponent, needs to win 2 in a row to take the victory in this tournament. From radical online extremists, it is Fraer. Opponent in the top left-hand location.
There you go.
We have the pink Terran player, MajOr. Of course, teamless right now, but maybe not in the future. I wonder.
Oh.
I wonder who's watching this. What teams are watching this? MajOr's getting to the final of this tournament.
MajOr sent out a pretty early SCV there while he built his first supply depot. So be keeping an eye on that. What? And then he said, no, I decided not to do that.
Where's he going with that?
I don't know, man.
The way it's going is just going to the middle, like the far right. It's not like it's going directly to the opponent's base to scout.
No, he's definitely, I mean, it was pretty early. Like, I imagine he wants to do some cheesy stuff. Or, yep, there we go. Okay, Rack's going down. Now, on this particular map, we have seen a Marauder opening with this, like, proxy Marauders. Try to do some damage early on. Don't know if he's going to be going for something something like that. I guess it'll depend a little bit on when we see the gas. But you're kind of taking advantage of the fact that we don't really see much scouting come out of Fraer either. So, I mean, can this finish the game quickly? I don't know, but certainly a risk here by MajOr. Probably one that both players are up a game. You've turned it into a best of 3. Not a terrible decision. Now, whether or not it can be executed right, we'll let you know if it was a bad decision here in a moment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but you know, we'll see what he does with this. Like, it's only one proxy Rax. He's just going to try to take advantage of the fact that, okay, my opponent hasn't been scouting me too fast lately. Maybe I can get some Marines out and do a bit of damage before he expects it. So it's not like this is like completely on, like we don't see. It's not like 11-11 Rax or something like that.
No,
just a quick barracks. I would expect him to take an expansion behind this as well.
Oh wow! Actually, throwing the bunker down. Pulling a lot of probes out here, and he got a scout as well. He's going to instantly go after that bunker. Here comes the Marine, and he knows right away, okay, there's some shenanigans. This Marine's really quick. He's already doing the right thing, keeping those probes out. Probe's going to come down. Oh, beautiful surround, and that will be absolutely thwarted. SCV's got to get out of there. Here comes Marine number 2, but this is already just not that effective.
Yeah. Probe's going to go for the surround.
What's going to happen again? Almost.
Trying to. That Marine might get away. No, the probe's in hot pursuit, and you have to consider, okay, lack of mining time. Is this worth it? Blah, 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 blah. But, you know, Fraer able to shut this down, and that's worth it, I feel. Like, pulling these probes to see where your opponent's barracks is. Uh-oh, he's going to drill it in the main. That's not good.
I like that. Well, you know, I mean, it's something. He's trying to make this work. Now, well, let's take a look at the vision here. It does not see the Rax land.
It doesn't.
But,
they're only Marines, so we'll see.
Yeah, at the front, 3 additional racks going down, and the CC, but literally nothing here except for a Marine.
Yeah, and the Zealot coming forward here, the 2 supply depots going to raise up, and that's pretty much all you need at this point. The Marine will be able to pick that Zealot away apart all day long, but the Stalker is coming forward here, so that will definitely help the cause of Fraer, and if he can kill that Marine, there's nothing much more here to deal with it.
Rax discovered by the Stalker, very wise Stalker, checking every corner of his base, especially when that probe went out. Probe was looking for the Rax, he has found it, so that is no longer a threat.
Oh my god, that was so close, the Marine almost died.
He did almost get in. So yeah, I mean, right now...
The Stalker shot, like, it flew in the air, but then as it was in the air, the Marine, like, ducked and, like, went inside the bunker. It's pretty crazy.
It, like, bounced off the wall, made a ping noise.
Exactly.
And
that's exactly what happened if you zoomed in.
So yeah, I mean, right now I feel like Fraer I've taken pretty much no damage other than the probes that were not mining. But if you consider this Rax is definitely going to go down, it's just kind of 150 minerals. It was, you know, can be used as scouting, great, but I mean, is he going to get that great of information? He might be able to see that a Nexus is going down here. That's actually not too shabby, so he's making something work with that. But there's a probe up in the northeast corner. Something to you know, keep an eye on throughout this game. And over on the other side, in Princess Base, it's just Bio with that second orbital just now dropping, and there will be a Stalker out there protecting that, but he should be chased away.
Yeah, it's a pretty fast robo. Fraer going to get an observer out right away. We'll have to see how he follows this up. Looks like a Stalker does see that the natural expansion of his opponent is going down, trying to run away from those Marines before they can do too much damage to his oh-so-important health. The barracks ends up getting away, but it will inevitably burn down, I feel. And there it goes.
Yep, it's going to fall. There it goes. It's a sad day for that pilot, but I guess he fought for the best. And here we are now, reaching a point where I feel like I'm not sure even if the 2 Marines would have gotten out that would have done a ton of damage. Yeah. Maybe dropping that Rax as sort of in your face as he did of your opponent was not the best decision. But it seems like he has recovered from it. I just feel like Fraer is certainly in the lead. We look at the supply, he's in the lead. We look at the probes, he's in the lead. But you know, is he going to, what's he going to do? Oh, nice snipe of that observer in the middle of the map. That's always a big victory here. And he's just going to not press his luck and return back to home.
Stalkers want revenge. Marines running for their lives. They might try to turn around once they get that high ground vision advantage. That's what they're going to do. Taking down a Stalker. Taking down a second, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. Oh, very close. Ouch! Getting very low in health, but Fraer able to get those Stalkers away. And we see a lot of Immortals being pumped out here for Fraer. Is this going to be one of those 2-base Immortal fests?
Yeah, maybe where he just goes up to the front, and if your opponent doesn't really have that much there in terms of, in terms of defense, which is kind of the use of those, right, to rip through that defense, it is some additional shielding that you have. But versus just all Marines here, not going to be the greatest. It's also going to count on the how many Marines there actually are. But here we do have this group moving forward. This is certainly going to be an attack. Oh, terrible! This could be really bad.
Okay, he has no bunkers here. This is scary, man. He's just going straight up the ramp. 2 bunkers hastily being placed down or trying to be placed down. Get out of the way. I'm trying to build the bunker. Get out of the way. Finally. He's trying to get the bunkers down. But yeah, man, this is pretty darn scary for MajOr. It's 2 Immortals and a lot of sentries. That's a lot of energy for force fields and a Guardian Shield. This army is so strong from Fraer. I'm not sure MajOr has enough to deal with this.
Yeah, and he pulled all of his SCVs, and here he does. Comes up the ramp. Some force fields could really weaken this army, and that's exactly what happens. A lot of the SCVs just doing the dance, going, what do I do now? The racks, or excuse me, the bunker about to finish, but none of the SCVs can get the repair. And I don't know. I mean, the Immortals aren't going to be able to DPS that quickly. He does hold it off, but my God, how many SCVs did he lose? 14 in that exchange. So being behind a little bit, now behind even further, this attack, I don't think it's over yet.
No, I don't think so either. Again, he's on 2 bases, has a great economy back home, has plenty of gateways to reinforce, might try to chrono boost those a little bit more, still making Immortals as they march across the map. So, Fraer definitely not done. I don't think he's going to stop pushing until he's won this game. His army is quite strong, and what happened with that last engagement, his Immortals were kind of stuck in the back, so we'll have to see if he tries to reposition those a little bit.
Yeah, that definitely was a problem. And here he is going to come up the ramp yet again. This time he gets full up the ramp. No force fields come down quite yet, but is this going to be it? He could force field away. Nice job. This is going to keep some of those reinforcements from coming in. Mostly SCVs down there on the bottom. Only a few Marines left standing. A slight pickup there, but I feel like he could just push it, the issue, and go. I'm a bit surprised he's giving his opponent the opportunity to sort of turtle up here, get the shell out. But there's nothing at the front, so nothing's going to stop him from moving forward.
Well, it looks like I guess a lowered supply depot is, at least for now, waiting for that 4th Immortal perhaps.
Oh my God.
Now I'm going to go for it.
Oh, in the main.
There is a drop. Marines and a Marauder there, taken down, or at least trying to take down the gateway, but Fraer is so indecisive here on whether or not to actually engage up this ramp in his opponent's main base.
Yeah, he's actually going to do a little bit of damage here. He killed 17 probes before it was finally killed. Equalizing, I don't know, because this Protoss army is so close. But coming up the front, he just funnels in a lot of expensive units. There's 4 Immortals and 2 Stalkers in the back, but those Immortals can rip through those Marauders right now.
Yeah. 4 Immortals at this point in the game. I mean, your opponent's on 1 base. Look at all those SCVs being pulled, trying to mineral walk to get us around, but MajOr changing his mind and backing away. Keep in mind, Fraer still has those 2 Nexus on the ground. MajOr isn't necessarily mining from a natural expansion, so Fraer has that advantage in his regard as far as economy is concerned. A Dark Shrine going down behind this, and it looks like Fraer's going to try to press this advantage again.
Oh yeah, 1 Immortal does finally get focused down. But Stalker's doing the damage in the back. Another medevac falls. MajOr just holding on for dear life here. But again, based off of what we're seeing, it really already seems like Fraer has the distinct advantage here. Could take out this tech lab. No more Marauders for you.
Yeah.
And this is a bit rough. I mean, no defenses can come up.
Yep.
It's really just got to be annoying.
Trying to pull the SCVs again. We'll have to see if he can get a surround going. Fraer trying to kite away. The SCV's getting a nice mineral walk, trying to get that surround. And it looks like one Immortal getting taken down. Two Immortals still exist, though. Princess or MajOr going to be losing a lot of SCVs in this engagement.
Wow.
But can he actually clean this up?
He's definitely going to clean it up. Wow. The question is, did he spend too much in doing so? 35 SCVs have been killed. Going on further, but here come those DTs. He gets a scan. Beautiful scan on one. He's not going to be able to catch number 2. Oh, my God. He does catch number 2. He'll get a pylon and another Stalker for his troubles. And that's just shocking.
Yeah, this is interesting. Those DTs didn't do much, man. Like the scan went down right away. Man. Turret about to finish. This DT gonna die immediately. So Fraer, like if you consider the things, okay, my opponent is limited to 1 base. I have control of his natural. He can't really move from there. I have 4 Immortals. What do I do from here? And he makes the decision, all right, I'm going to go GT. I'm going to try to engage up the ramp. He's going to pull his SCV. My entire main army is going to get destroyed. And my DTs are going to get detected right away and not do any damage. So it's like, did he let MajOr back into this game? When we look at the supply, 54 to 48. MajOr back to 2 expansions, mining with a lot of
MajOr has 20 SCVs. He's practically mined out his main. I mean, well, he's got a couple patches that still could use some work on there. He lost all of those add-ons, so he had to rebuild those. That was, of course, production cycles that he didn't have. But yeah, I mean, you think about losing 4 Immortals alone, like just handing them to your opponent, kind of a big deal. He's looking to scan, actually misses his opportunity with that DT. And that means he's going to have to give up a little bit of map control here. He might go down and check for the 3rd DT on him yet again. Is he going to try to go for another scan? Oh, he's going to have to pick up for something available? Here. I don't even know. I'm afraid that if I look at an orbital,
no, he
there he goes.
He doesn't have a scan available yet. He's just going to get out of there. Yeah, I mean, very interesting decisions from Fraer here at this point. Like he was like supremely ahead, like ridiculously ahead in this game. And also there was a drop in the main base of Fraer that was able to clean up. But I mean, he was ridiculously ahead, and MajOr is doing everything he can to get back into this, which is very impressive thus far. Now, has he done enough? Not yet, but he's well on his way to catching back up.
Well, I mean, it would be absolutely thrilling to see.
Oh, it would be insane.
You know, some sort of a comeback. Now, there's a factory there. It will spot that 3rd Nexus going down. There's a DT over at MajOr's 3rd. He hasn't taken his gas at the main yet, or excuse me, at the natural yet. He's going to be finishing up these patches inside the main very soon. But I mean, outside of what he originally had, and of course with the factory going down, there is just 5 racks here. He is going to have his all of his upgrades on the bio. And has he started? He is at 1-1. So that was something else I was noting earlier that, I mean, he's kept up with his opponent here. We see +2 attack, going up to +3 attack, but no armor at all here for the Protoss units.
All right, looks like MajOr coming down to the 3rd base with a few Marines and a Marauder. 1 DT is there, though, so MajOr just going to pick up and walk away at the same time, taking control of that watchtower on his opponent's side of the map. That's relatively important. Going to load up right away into a drop, and this is exactly what he has to do. He has to spread his opponent out apart, has to get those really cost-efficient trades in the form of, okay, trading a couple Marines for a probe, or for a few probes here and there, getting some nice drops in the main and the 3rd. But honestly, like, Fraer's going up to Storm, charge on the way, +3. His composition is going to start getting really scary.
And he did manage to get that in the 3rd. Killed that DT. He's now coming into the main. He's going to be able to pick off that Stalker. There's an interesting little funnel here. He might be able to get a few more units. Oh, there's the beautiful blink forward. It actually misses the medevac the first time, but lands it on the 2nd time around. Meanwhile, the 3rd has been cleaned up as well. A few SCVs did go down. And actually, we're about even on SCVs killed. So, yes, I would say by any measure that you could do here, that at least MajOr has been allowed an opportunity to have a second chance here. There certainly was there certainly was a little bit of mercy shown, I think, with that attack. The Immortals going down, but MajOr kept up with that. He never quite quit his upgrade train. I mean, other than the production being stunted, he's maintained his status in this game.
Yeah, Major's a fighter, man. He's staying in this as long as he can, trying to get those cost-efficient trades again, trying to maneuver a drop in the main base, trying to find an open space where there are no stalkers, finds a spot, and he'll be able to stim and get some damage done at the same time. Big army going to the third base, going to target down the Nexus first. Now going for the probes. Keep in mind he can just pick up and run away, but there are High Templars there, so has to watch out for those feedbacks.
Yeah, he does, and he needs to watch out for potentially Storm as well. It is down there, but this group here in the natural has killed another 10 workers, up to 48 now, about to hit 50. And before the Zealots can do the damage, they are warped out there. Got 49 SCVs, and MajOr has absolutely brought this back.
Yeah, look, he has a supply lead now. I can't believe what I'm watching. This is absolutely insane. I mean, it's important to note we don't have a third on the ground just yet for MajOr, but does he even need that? So, there's that to consider. Fraer really has to focus on chrono boosting those pros back out. He does have nice tech, a nice tech advantage, I think. He has those high Templars. His opponent, I don't think, has a Ghost Academy yet, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well.
Stalkers spot these medevacs heading over to the east side of the map. There will absolutely be a quick draw there on the Stalker, and then they'll load back up. But look over on the west side of the map where Squadron number 2 is heading out here for MajOr. If he does something similar to what he did in the last game, he could find himself in a good position. He's going to catch a lot of units off guard here. The Zealots are going to just funnel up through the middle here, but the Stalkers in the back, several Stalkers taken out. Got to watch out for those feedbacks, because he's going to go toe-to-toe. There we see the Storms go down, but they don't do much, and now inside the natural.
Yeah, the natural. Marines and Marauders coming forward, but Fraer looks like he shouldn't have enough. There's a DT there, but there's a scan, so MajOr able to target those down. The main army from Fraer going to be retreating to try to take down these Marines and Marauders, but again, MajOr spreading his opponent out as much as possible. Still no third on the ground.
Oh, there's still one at the third. There's another drop inside. He's going to get a bunch more probes, 52, 53. There's the blink forward. He might just get these Stalkers too. Unbelievable. I mean, this is actually one of the things that really
it's like
is out of control. Yeah, you know, one of the things that really drew me to MajOr in the original TSL was actually his drop play and a bunch of SCVs coming off the line here.
This is 2-base all in, man.
This is.
I don't know how effective this is going to be though. Remember, there's High Templars. High Templars have Storm. Storm against SCVs and Bio. Not so fun for the Terran players. So MajOr is going to have to control this perfectly. He's going to have perfect splitting.
Well, here comes the High Templar from the back. Is he going to go for him right away? He takes 1 out, 2 out, and oh my god, all the SCVs got drenched, but everything is left over. He really needed those Storms for the Bio army. Did he fire those off too quickly? There's an Archon in the mix, but it might get fired down. It does go down, and this is just a roll here as MajOr somehow brought this one back.
All right, there's a High Templar coming in from the third, but MajOr sees it, going to snipe that down. The feedback goes down, but that's not going to be enough. A bunch of Stalkers in the Archon trying to be cost efficient, trying to take down this army again. MajOr doesn't have much behind us, but will it even matter? So many Marines and Marauders in this competition. 2 DTs trying to dice things away, but the scan goes down. Goodbye DTs. Only Stalkers remain now. And what does Fraer do from here? MajOr all up in his grill with all these Marines and Marauders. Amazing play. Just going to continue trying to warp in those DTs.
Yeah, I mean, the DTs are really the last hope here, but a quick scan gets rid of those. Now removing pylons and gateways from the equation, making these reinforcements even worse here. And he's going to need another scan, and there it is. Immediately, those Dark Templar are taken out. And MajOr looks like he's going to take game number 2. More units just rallying in. His medevac count remains pretty high, although he's out of energy. There's just nothing that Fraer can do. One more Archon for the mix. Look, even picking up those low Marauders. And absolutely incredible. There he's going to get the Dark Shrine. You might mean he's out of scans here. There it is. I eventually expect we're going to see GG, but it's not over yet.
This is insane. I hate to say, I don't want to say it's over.
Oh, DT.
Yeah, there's a DT in the natural. It's targeting down that command center, so scan's going to be out. But again, the Dark Shrine is gone. Ultimately, Fraer's going to need something to fight this Marine Marauder army. So what does he do? He has 3 gateways. He's chrono boosting those. Does he have any additional tech? It looks like only has a Twilight Council, so can really only morph in, Zealot, Stalkers, and Sentries. And do you need more than that to face this army with all these medevacs and all these Marines and Marauders? I don't know, but I think MajOr looking incredibly good right now.
Oh, he's going to fly away one of the command centers. It's actually pretty low. SCV's trying to get out of there as well. And I think just even in like a base race, yeah, absolutely. Without any more DTs coming in, like this should be done. Obviously, we saw MajOr already basically sacrifice his economy But here we go. This last mining base will be down. There's not going to be any income at all. And we do have a Stargate coming out here.
That's an interesting decision. I mean, there's not a lot of Marines here, but he doesn't have any. He has 300 minerals, 500 gas. There's a DT still alive somewhere in the main base. The orbital can be lifted away, and you know, MajOr doesn't have a response to the DT in his main base because all of his army is with him, and he doesn't have any minerals. No, he has a lot of gas, but no minerals. Looks like a lot of stalkers trying to do some counterattacking as well. Is there a way for Fraer to get back in this? Like, I guess if you can keep the orbital from landing and just let the DT2 work, would that be a good strategy? And if the Void Ray gets out, like there's
I don't know. This orbital is going to be under fire by these stalkers, though. He's got to keep that alive. It's the only thing that he's got with scans. He doesn't have any way to combat it, but he's bringing everything back now. He should be able to remove this Void Ray as well. And you know what? You're right. There's only about 6, 7 Marines. He's going to go after these stalkers. This Void Ray is going to get out here. And there it goes. It's just trying to, just in case it would come to a liftoff base race situation. But he should be okay as the starport will go down. He can scan now to eliminate these final DTs if he needs to.
How many DTs are there? Just one? Okay, there's just one DT.
And here comes that Void Ray again.
Only the Marines staying back. The Void Ray is going to try to engage these Marines. They're going to stim and take down the Void Ray, and that's going to be it. The last chance